Molly here. If you like what we're doing and you want us to keep doing more of it, please hit that subscribe button so that we can get monetized and we can keep bringing you this kind of content and more. I don't know what I was expecting from this Picard trailer that was released during the AFC Championship game, but you'd think I'd stop being disappointed by now.
It was funny, too, because on YouTube, we've been getting hit with advertisements about stay tuned to the AFC Championship halftime for the Picard trailer. And they had like a 2-minute, was it even 2 minutes?
I don't think so.
And then at the end of the trailer, it says, go online to watch the rest of this trailer. And it's like, so I could have watched the whole freaking trailer just by waiting for Sunday. Why did I have to? Because we weren't even watching this game. And we just tuned in at halftime because we knew that's when it was going to drop.
Yep, my team wasn't in it, so I'm done with football for the season.
And it's like, you watched half the trailer and they said, tune in online to watch the rest of it. And it's like, well, why didn't you show the whole freaking trailer during the AFC Championship game? Or why didn't you show, just don't show any of it?
I don't know. I don't understand what they were doing there. From a marketing perspective, you'd think they would want to show the whole trailer during halftime instead of just this half a trailer and then go online to see the rest of it. Like, oh my God, what? Who thought that was a good idea? But, you know, that goes to show, I don't even know. I mean, at first I thought, well, that must be their target market right now, that they're trying to get the same demographic who's watching the NFL playoffs. But then they only show half a trailer and then tell you to go online, and I'm, well, maybe that's not, I don't even know what they're doing. This just seems really bizarre to me.
Doesn't that seem weird? And again, maybe I'm misunderstanding the demographics, but a lot of the Star Trek people I know, like, I'm unusual because I like watching professional football. But a lot of the Star Trek people I know, by Star Trek people I mean fans, they don't like sports. So to me, it didn't feel like it was a good fit to show a Star Trek Picard, a science fiction, allegedly a science fiction show trailer during a football event. But maybe, again, maybe I was ahead of the curve and everybody else now is caught up with me and science fiction people like sports now.
I don't know. I mean, in the trailer, they actually mentioned things like gunfights and explosions and crash landings and things like that. And maybe that was their way of trying to attract that demographic to watch the show. I mean, that's all I can assume, because this trailer didn't look to me any different from what they've given us before, because it was just more action. And maybe that's not a good representation of what the show is actually going to be this season, but it really turned me off because it was the same. It looked a lot like it was one of the JJ movies, and I didn't like the JJ movies.
The new piece was at the very beginning, where they had this, I think he was a commander because I think he had 3 pips on his neck. He was talking about, oh, we're not going to have any more crashes. We're not going to have any more doing this, doing that. And then you kind of saw other scenes where that was happening. And then kind of Riker and Picard were looking at each other. And the joke was that's what they did during their run. And I'm scratching my head going, well, I mean, maybe in the movies that's what they did. But what about all those seasons of the television show? This is something I said to you, and I know in the comments I brought this up before. There are some people in our comments that have differing opinions, and that's fine. But I didn't like the Next Generation movies. And one of the reasons I didn't like them is because the characters didn't seem to act like what they did in the television show. Picard was this action hero. I think Generations was the closest to seeing television Picard, and even that wasn't perfect. But as the series went on, Picard didn't act like himself. The lighting on those movies were dark and shadowy. I do not understand what they're promoting here is supposed to be what is a television show in 2023. I know it's streaming, it's a little bit different. But this felt to me, you mentioned the JJ films, and I agree with that, but it also felt like a continuation, just because I was seeing those faces, of the Next Generation films. And I realize there's a segment that love the Next Generation films. I'm not one of them. I don't like the Next Generation films, and this looks like a continuation. The Next Generation films are what got the franchise to go to sleep. That is one of the main reasons why Star Trek went to sleep, and JJ resurrected it. And it looks like, on best case here, we're getting more of that. And I'm being kind by saying maybe it's just as harmless as a Next Generation film. Because I agree with you. It looked, a lot of what they showed was JJ type stuff. Is there going to be anything else in here but shooting and yelling and arguing? And if there is going to be that, why didn't the trailer have that? That's a real big question here. If that stuff is in there, why did the people who made the trailer didn't think people wanted to see that stuff? We just wanted to see shooting.
Well, you outsource the trailer to a trailer production company, and they don't always give you back what is a good representation of the show or the film that you've just made. And that's my only hope at this point, is that maybe the trailer production company didn't do a good job, because I was not impressed with this trailer. I am not looking forward to watching this. This isn't the kind of stuff I want to watch. I don't like Star Trek when it's like this, and I just have a really bad feeling about this.
What little dialogue we heard was either warlike or just a bunch of jokes going back and forth between Riker and Picard.
Oh, member berries. A lot of member berries.
I realize that this is not part of the problem with this trailer, but it's going to take me a while to get used to the characters of that crew calling him Jean-Luc, because it was always Captain or Captain Picard. I mean, I don't know if any of the characters regularly called him Jean-Luc in the Next Generation television series.
I believe that Dr. Crusher did occasionally, and that creeped me out.
But that was the only one. So now that's a hang-up of mine. These characters are older, so getting used to just him being addressed as Jean-Luc, I can get used to that. But what I'm going to have a problem with is if the only dialogue that's not warlike is just a bunch of joking left and right, I'm not okay with that. And was it Christopher Plummer's daughter that's playing one of the bad guys, in quotation marks, in this film? She just looked like she was like a rip-off Khan-like character, where you've got this revenge-driven person that has some grievance that she wants to get taken care of. They're talking about this threat to the Federation, and there's probably a percentage of the population that, as long as they see those actors, they're going to be happy with this. Again, I think that's why people like Lower Decks, is as long as they refer to the member berries correctly, they're okay with that. But what I saw in that trailer was all looking backwards. I don't see how this helps CBS set up the next series. Where is this going? Where is the next generation of Star Trek series going? It's not through Strange New Worlds. That's a prequel. It's not Discovery. That's a crap show who started out as a prequel. So where is the next Star Trek iteration coming from? I'm tired of member berries. I've seen all this stuff before. I would like to see something new. So I don't know. Maybe this is just a bad trailer, and we're going to get action, because Star Trek has always been known from the very beginning to have lots of pieces to it. It does have humor. It does have action. It does have philosophy. It has all those things, and different people like different mixes. So maybe I am going to get the mix that I want. But that trailer showed me a very one-dimensional war with a little bit of quipping back and forth. And I didn't see anything in that entire trailer that made me want to say, I have some excitement of seeing where this is going. It depressed me seeing that, because that teaser trailer, we complained in our Picard video about this very thing. So we thought, well, let's just be patient and let's see what the trailer has to offer. We're less than a month out, and they give us essentially a longer version of that teaser trailer. I don't know. As I said, there's going to be a group of people that, as long as it's got the same actors playing the same characters, named the same way, they're going to be fine with it. It doesn't matter what they do. And I don't know. Hopefully the trailer was hiding some of the pieces that appeal to me. So I'm hoping, because member berries aren't going to work on me. Just having Riker and Picard and Geordi walking around pretending that they're playing the same characters, if there's not things for me to think about for these characters other than, oh my god, the galaxy's in danger, we have to all come together and fight, don't care. I really do not care about that storyline. I can only be grateful that there's no Borg in this episode except for 7 of 9, and you could argue she's not even really Borg anymore, so it doesn't really matter. Because I'm done with the Borg, too, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah, this wasn't good. I'm not really looking forward to this show starting again. What did you guys think? Did you even watch the trailer, or are you just done with Star Trek? Because, holy moly, I'm not sure after this season if I'll be able to do much more. So, anyways, let us know what you thought.
Take care.